Hey guys, Pastor Chet, that's C-H-E-T. Pastor Chet coming back with you today with another daily devotion we like to call Vitalmins. I say that because in the previous videos, I keep looking at my coffee because I love coffee. In the previous videos, previous Vitalmins, when Keith and Carter and them get them together and put them online, they put the little subtitles or whatever those things are called, little words at the bottom. And I've been Pastor Chad, Pastor Chip, Pastor Check with a CK. So today I am Pastor Chet, C-H-E-T. So just wanted to clear that up, clear the air, so to speak. When you hear the name Pablo Picasso, what do you think of? Obviously paintings, right? Just one of the best ever. I'm not into that kind of stuff, but I was reading an article or whatever you want to call it, a thing this morning online, and it was talking about him and his life, you know, and a lot of people don't know that, yes, he was a painter, world famous artist, painter, whatever you want to call it, but he was also a philosopher. And a lot of the statements, quotes, whatever you want to call them, are just very spiritual, right? Now, he was an atheist, right? But I come across this one. It said, the meaning of life is to find your gift. The purpose of life is to give it away. And man, that hit me. And I was like, my goodness, here this guy is, an atheist, but he's just all around this spiritual stuff, and these quotes would point to that direction. So it took me to 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 10 says this: as every man hath received the gift, even so minister the same one to another as good stewards of the manifold of grace of God. So I wanted to talk to you today about your purpose. When I preached a couple of weeks ago, we talked about that very thing. You were created on purpose for a purpose, right? I saw that. That's not original. That's not something I come up with. I ain't that smart. But I saw that online too on something else. I saw a video or something that might have been a sermon title. I don't even know. But you were created on purpose for a purpose. And we all know that purpose is to what? To worship him, right? Well, worship looks 100 different ways. God gives us these gifts so we can help other folks, but through those gifts, worship him, right? No matter what it looks like for you, serving is worshiping. We done went through that whole list of what that is. So, and every good thing that we have is given to us by God, right? So we got to figure out what our spiritual gift is, what we're good at, what God has blessed us with, and use that to bless him, to worship him, to honor him. And when we do that to other folks, when we serve other folks, when we pull alongside folks and just walk through whatever they're going through with them, whatever that looks like for you, whether you're an encourager, the gift of exhortation, whatever that is, that's worshiping him. That's what we were created to do. So you got to find out what that is. And if God's given you those things and you're not using them to help somebody, to build somebody else up and to worship him, then you're outside of the will of God. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. There's no other way to look at it, right? So I want to challenge you today. Pastor Check, Pastor Chip, Chad, whatever they're going to call me this week, is challenging you. Find your purpose. Find your gift and use it to glorify him. If that's just loving somebody else, serving somebody else, whatever it may be. We got this tremendous volunteer connection that Chris and Tammy Boyle has put together now. Man, it's just streamlined everything when it comes to volunteers in our church. Get signed up for that. Find an area in the church. That ain't something you got to pray about, guys. I mean, yes, we need to be praying about everything, but serving in a church, you ain't got to pray about that. Now, pray about where to serve, but I promise you, God wants you to be serving somewhere. He wants all of us to be serving somewhere. So find your purpose. Find your purpose. Figure out what it is, and let's move forward. And let's do this thing. Let's do what God's called us to do. And rejoice today, church. Rejoice today knowing he's alive. Love y'all.